Hello, everybody. My guest this week, I don't think needs any sort of introduction, but I was lucky enough to snag some time with Santa Claus, even during his busiest time of the year, to talk about some of the things that Suite LLC up in the North Pole has been doing in terms of intelligent automation and looking at bringing technology in to make him and the elves more efficient. So thank you for joining us this week, Santa.
You're very welcome, Emma. I was happy to do this.
So can we start our conversation? We're going to be focusing on the naughty or nice process that you recently worked on with Naviant's assistance. So taking a look at what the old process looked like, can you explain to everybody, we've all seen cartoons and movies that show us what that naughty or nice list looks like, but can you share a little bit about what that process used to entail?
Oh, certainly, Emma. I'd be happy to. It was a chore, and not the kind of chore that Santa likes, like sweeping. No, this chore was bothersome. We would get letters in daily, and I'm talking thousands. And we'd have to open them with good old-fashioned letter openers. And then we'd have to blow on them to open them up and then sort them out. And we'd sort them by country, and we'd sort them by kid. Oh gosh, it was terrible. In fact, it was just recent that we got rid of quills and ink, for crying out loud. I had scrolls nearly as long as my beard, twice as long as some. And I tell you, it was horrid. Horrid, I tell you, writing with all those quills. And now we don't have to use them anymore. Then, after we had each child, I had literally thousands of elves scrolling over the scrolls, writing down naughty or nice and what each kid wanted. Oh, Jeebus, it was tiring. You wonder Santa was so large. He was eating a lot of sugar to stay up late. And coffee. I love coffee.
Well, thank you for sharing that with us, Santa. Can we switch gears now to focus a little bit on what your new process looks like, bringing technology into the fold?
Oh, yes. I have never been happier. I've had so much time on my hands because of this. Let me tell you what happens now. We bring in these emails, and they are read automatically by the computer systems that you installed for us. I believe it's called OCR. It OCRs everything they need, and I don't have to have elves anymore looking at this information. It is wondrous. So now it takes the information and it creates a case. And I am able to look at each child's case and determine what they want. I think you've all seen those elves on the shelf. They work for me too. And so now I am able to tell my elves who are out in the field, you can just connect to the case. They look at you while you're sleeping. They look at you while you're awake. And they enter in their tablets all the information they see, and they keep track of that. So what's great is that now they can collect all this information, and I can generate a report. Naviant was able to create a report for me, and I can see who's naughty in Verona, Wisconsin. I could see this list in a formation such as a pie chart. My favorite kind of pie chart is raspberry, but this one is a lot more detailed in the information. I would even like to say and add that with the new RPA process we've instituted, that we have a robot who's a nice robot who looks and pores over your social media information looking for those things that may have indicated a naughty action. And let me tell you, you people on the TikToks, you are very, very naughty. There's a lot of naughty things that Santa has seen. A lot of naughty things that Santa can't unsee either. However, we combine this information with the child's case. And most children are very, very good.
So Santa, you mentioned that the elves have been able to save time with the OCR process. They're not having to input any information. We're able to stuff, even though it's unstructured coming into your email, we're able to capture that and add it to a child's case. The elves that are living on the shelves are now able to catch a little bit of sleep on rather than doing these big social media searches, because we're using RPA to go out and conduct some of those searches, and then we're able to just review the information. And you can look at your naughty or nice list on the tablet designation of naughty or nice and send off that case file for toys to start being made. What are the elves doing beyond sleeping and having a little bit more work-life balance during your busy time of the year? What other types of work have you guys been able to repurpose elves that maybe we're doing manual data entry to now?
Well, as you know, Emma, toys nowadays are very complicated. I know that your little ones even have very complicated toys. It's no longer wooden horses and toy soldiers and magic wands. It's iPhones. It's Nintendo Switches, right? I want a Galaxy S Plus. I don't know what the S Plus is, but they want it. Well, I've been able to send my elves for advanced electronical engineering classes. They've learned all the ins and outs of these devices and now can make them more efficiently. It takes a lot of elves to create these devices. I've been able to now provide more of these toys for the children. It's a wonderful thing, it really is. It's quite complicated. Even Santa can't keep up.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Santa, to help us understand how you've been using intelligent automation, and safe travels around the world as you gear up for your busiest night of the year. Merry Christmas, everybody, and thank you for joining us.
Christmas, Emma. Merry Christmas, world. Hang on, Santa's got a cough. Oh, I lost my hat.